Welcome to Omicron Guidelines, the SWGoH podcast that is legally distinct from that other web show, or at least I hope it is. I'm Mr. Maclunkey, and I guess Stratos is back on the ban list because he hasn't signed on for the recording. Tonight, we hope to find my co host and avoid a copyright strike. This is not the podcast where information that we provide has the reliability and consistency of a Zeta. We're more like Omicrons, mysterious, unpredictable, and often useless when taken out of our specific niche context. We do not provide protocol for you to follow rigidly. You will find no structure, efficiency, or coherent thought here. Our words are more what you'd call guidelines than actual rules. So buckle your pants, ready your episode currency, and double check your game mode, because tonight the holotables flicker with confusion as we bravely stake our claim in the shadow of our older, more competent sibling. All right, Stratos, how is it going? Yeah, so I figured today for our first episode, we would talk a little bit about the whole anniversary event, some of the Coliseum changes, and the new Marquee tune system. So I know we were planning on getting this podcast out a couple weeks back, kind of getting this together and going, and we're a little bit late to the punch in some ways. And I feel like there's been kind of a lot of positivity, a lot of negativity around the 10th anniversary. I was expecting it to be mostly kind of a positive event. I was pretty hyped up and kind of excited to be in the game. Uh, and then, kind of as it dropped, we kind of got a little bit more information here and there, and community reaction tended to be pretty negative. What are your takes? Mm, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, so I know originally we had some talking points planned that were a little bit more, like I said, on the positive side. So I feel like we can start with that and then kind of ease into some of the more difficult aspects of things here. So um, I know first and foremost, I wanted to talk about kind of my experience with the game. I don't know how long you've been playing, but I imagine you've been in the game for quite a while. Mm, yeah. Yeah, I've been playing more or less since launch. I've kind of started a couple different accounts, restarted the game, um, kind of made some progress. So I know when it first started, I think I was back in high school, kind of working on things there, like late high school, kind of into that early like community college sort of days. Back then. So I've been playing more or less since launch, not necessarily always on the Mr. Maclunkey account. I had another account previously that I was working on, and I've gone kind of back and forth. Didn't end up restarting due to kind of some fleet stuff. I've taken some gaps and some breaks in the game, and started playing a few years back again, and got really a lot more competitive over the last few years here. I've been working on getting into a good guild. And I think Awakened Mando is happy to be in the guild with you and with Egnards. It's honestly a really fantastic blend of like a competitive guild that doesn't take the game too seriously, while also having a very great community aspect. Yeah, how long have you been in the guild for? Because I know you've been in there for a lot longer than I have. Mm, yeah, yeah, it is honestly pretty great. I feel like even, mhm, yeah, and I also wanted to see too, like, did you have any favorite classic teams? Which I know when I wrote this talking point down, it was kind of before the Focus Datacron sets got released, which I think that was kind of fun. That they alluded to some of the old mix and match metas from some of the classic teams. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my favorite like classic teams back in the day, I always think of like the real classic teams. So I know like a lot of these Datacrons, they're more of like those meta kind of mix and match teams. I always think of like the old faction based teams where it's like, oh, you've got one core light side team to go through that campaign. You got one core dark side team. So light side, I did go Jedi. It just seemed appropriate. So I remember a lot of the time it was like the old like Qui-Gon Jinn leading like a ragtag group of Jedi. Um, I know Jedi Consular was on there, Luminara, like just some old like really tough sort of Jedi on that classic team. And on the dark side, I was for a while running. Well, because Knights of the Old Republic, and specifically Knights of the Old Republic 2, is one of my favorite pieces of Star Wars media. Mhm. Yeah, so I did want to have HK-47 because he was one of the few back in the early days, one of the few Old Republic characters um, that was on there. So I wanted to make sure that I was farming him up and getting him going. So I actually ran a Poggle-led droid team. I want to say it was Poggle, HK, both of the IG droids, and I mean there was one other character I don't even remember at this point. But yeah, that was one of my old ones, and I feel like that's crazy to even think of Poggle for his leadership, as opposed to in that kind of mid game sort of thing where it's his Omicron that kind of carries those early to mid game territory war matchups. Mm. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a surprising team. Yeah, any reason why you farmed that one? Like, is that a character that you just enjoyed from Star Wars, or was it more of like a meta pick? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense then. Um, and I mean, in terms of thinking about like factions in the game, I feel like it's always kind of a nice time to reflect back on favorite factions. Um, okay, so yeah, you're going with the obvious pick then. In terms of favorite faction. So, for those of you who don't know, Stratos is a big Pirate King Hondo kind of guy. I mean, as you can see, his little MS Paint drawing up there. So yeah, pretty obligatory pick, and I feel like mine is also pretty obligatory. And I mean, feel free to laugh if you need to, Stratos, but I am actually going to go with mine as Bounty Hunter. But not for the reasons that you might think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I am picking bounty hunters not because of my boy Greedo. Greedo, yeah, it's a funny story. A lot of people actually tend to think that Greedo is my favorite Star Wars character, and that's not the case. Um, Actually, my favorite is Mitra, the Exile from Knights of the Old Republic 2. I just really think the Maclunkey edit was hilarious. When that had first come out when they brought the original trilogy to Disney Plus. So that's kind of where the Mr. Maclunkey thing came from. But I actually really like Bounty Hunters. I like Jabba as a GL. I think he's a really fun GL. I think it's interesting to have a character that doesn't necessarily do as much direct attacking. I know he has like Salacious Crumb throws the detonators and stuff. But I think it's cool to have a character like that. He was also the first large unit, which I think was kind of interesting taking up the ally slot. I feel like there's a lot mechanically that's interesting. And even going in here, I think a lot of the time, what I think the most interesting part is the payouts, is they were able to really thematically adapt that idea of, okay, you've got a contract, you're hunting. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And then the payout, I think, is neat. How like each character kind of has their own sort of objective and things. So yeah. Oh, favorite game mode. I feel like that's tough. Um, I feel like that is tough. It's definitely not Coliseum. I'll tell you that right now. Um, I don't know. I feel like I really do miss Galactic Challenges because they forced you to kind of make teams that you wouldn't necessarily use otherwise and kind of meet those different little feats. It felt like a really fun. Uh, hmm Yeah, yeah. It reminds me a lot of growing up and playing. I don't know if you did a lot of like Super Smash Brothers back in the day, but I know me and my former stepbrothers, we used to play a lot of Super Smash Brothers Melee back on the GameCube sort of days. And um, yeah, yeah. And there's the event mode in there where it's like, okay, so you're not necessarily just trying to win. There'll be like all these kind of crazy challenges, and once you beat enough of them, you unlock like the next set of them. And it was pretty cool. Yeah, because like at the time, I didn't own a copy of Melee at the time, and they did, but they didn't have a memory card. Yeah, I know it's crazy to think about. Yeah, yeah, and I mean, yeah, it's exactly what you would think. Mhm. Yeah, it's difficult because they'd play through games and they would just leave the GameCube on because they couldn't save it. So if they wanted to beat a game, they would have to do it kind of all in one run or just leave it paused overnight. So yeah, I remember going over there, I brought the GameCube and saved it, and that was one of those things with Melee specifically is like, yeah, we could make progress on that event match and like unlock characters and stuff. It was a lot of fun back then, and I feel like Galactic Challenge kind of brings back some of that nostalgic energy for me. Yeah. Um, yeah. So what's your go-to game mode? First we'll go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. Hmm. Yeah. Um, and then I did want to. I know we had kind of a larger thing set, so I do want to make sure that we've got time to get through all of this before you've got to go. So I wanted to start taking a look at some of the kit reveals. So I know like Egnard's has gone through some of the kit reveals. He and Pico Burrito over on the other show have been kind of deciding to go bit by bit and like as the tunes release, do a bit of a kit reveal. This probably would have been a little bit, yeah, probably would have been a little bit more prescient if we had been able to release this when we wanted to. So now I feel like we're both kind of behind the curve and a little bit ahead of Egnard's, which is usually where I aim to be. Mhm. Yeah. So let's kind of go and take a look at some of these new anniversary tune kits. Let me see. Okay, cool. We have technology. Let's go. So we have here the dev post from CG Meathead, and um, yeah, I'll kind of read through this, and then we can kind of react as we go. I know some of this has kind of been spoiled, both for us and the viewers. Yeah, just due to us being kind of a little late in recording this, but so yeah, we've got the dev post, new format for the Marquee structure release, some of the new tunes that are coming to the game. So for the 10th anniversary, we have decided to take a look back at the past and fill in some of the obvious holes in the holotable rosters. I really, yeah, I really am a big fan of this. I like that they've gone through and given us some of these plug and play characters rather than just, okay, here's tune one, tune two, tune three, tune four, tune five. Now you have a team to go with. We really have this opportunity to say, okay, let's like build up six separate teams or even seven once we get to the journey guide character, which we'll dive into that a little bit later. Yeah, Yeah, so this I thought was kind of funny. I like when Meathead puts kind of some jokes in this too. So we've noticed it's been 10 years and we forgot to add Darth Vader. The devs couldn't believe that they missed the main character of the whole franchise. Considered as a variable with kit reviews as an official play. Yeah. Crazy that some of these tunes aren't in the game already. I mean, 10 years to get this. I mean, you would think at this point they'd just give us, yeah, Red 5 as well. Uh, it's crazy stuff. So, first tune that they're going to be dropping is Stormtrooper Han, light set alignment. Yeah, do you want to read the attributes? Yeah. Yeah, I agree. A lot of those early game rebels have kind of been left behind. So I'm interested to kind of look at this kit. Um, yeah, and see is this going to be a character that is more for the early game, or yeah, if it's going to be something that like makes these old tunes like a lifter, or if it is purely just going to be something to help people at kind of the bottom rungs catch it. But yeah, inspiration, iconic moments in Death Star, yeah, the disguise, presidential relics, memento. Okay, some of this is a little bit of a stretch. Definite beginner friend. Okay, beginner friendly. Okay, so yeah, he is a little bit more of like an early game tune. It looks like. Um, use him as a tank. Okay, so like Mon Mothma, they're trying to push towards it. Okay, Marquee event. Okay, so we got the abilities here too. 70% chance. They go so complicated on some of this. Like either just give him like maybe reduce the turn meter and make it 100% chance or something. Damage range. Maybe they're playing into a little bit of the. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. hmm Yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole like scoundrel's luck sort of thing. Special clarify. Okay, taunt. I mean, he's a tank again to turn meter. So it seems like they're really going in that turn meter direction, like kind of like a counterpart to Veers maybe. Oh, this is kind of fun. It like flips over. Yeah, it reminds me. Yeah, that scene in New Hope. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, and while we're on that topic, how do you feel about kind of the original theatrical versus like some of the special edition changes? Yeah, because that scene in particular, that's the one I'm thinking of that probably inspired this ability. When he's charging in and they kind of change it, it's not just the kind of handful of guys, it's the whole. Yeah. Okay. I can respect that. Oh, sorry. Looks like we got one more. Unique. Oh, it's got the Zeta on it too. Again, turn meter. Doesn't seem like too bad of a kit, but I definitely see what they're saying where maybe it's more of an early game unit. Okay, IG Sentinel Droid. Yeah, you want to take this one? Okay, yeah, and the key attributes. So burst damage. That to me sounds like maybe a little bit of like yeah, like a glass cannon sort of thing, like a crit focused glass cannon. Yeah, yeah. Well, I always think of it too, even um, like in League of Legends sort of perspectives. And okay, yeah, yeah, you're not missing much. I can't recommend that game, but I did play quite a bit of it. Yeah, back in the day. No, you dodged a bullet there. Um, yeah, I always think of you maybe even kind of like a yeah like a Tristana kind of character. Okay, so it can be used. It looks like with Jawas or like dark side droids. Yeah, you want to read the inspiration? Mm, yeah, seems fitting. I mean, this one also kind of seems like maybe an early game tune. Also, yeah, pair with dark side droids or Jawas or under Poggle. Yeah, I it might be nice. I'm expecting if they are calling out the Poggle synergy, In this one, we might be getting like a Poggle rework, like maybe a second Omicron on him. Yeah, and I don't think they've explored that design space yet, and I think they should like have one character with two Omicrons, but the Omicrons are for two different game modes. So like then you see, okay, yeah, kind of like with yeah, like what they've been doing with some of the tunes like Zalbar. Yeah, because he in 5v5 he's yeah, yeah, he's on the Old Republic, and then in 3v3 he's with Revan on like the kind of dark side. But yeah, this would be yeah like a similar concept, but instead of two different forms of GAC, it's GAC and TW. Yeah, so then Poggle could like lead a droid team in GAC and then be like a support for the Geos. Yeah, I mean we can dream. We can see about that. So I'm going through the modding. I always just figure. I mean they'll sort it out later and kind of figure out what to do about the whole modding thing. Okay, so taking a look, abilities. Again, a lot of really simple kits. I like the throwback. Like these feel like kits from 10 years ago. Yeah, not all this crazy excessive wording. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, seems pretty straightforward. Like the bonus crit, hmm crit damage. Seems like a solid tune. All right, Clone Wars Chewie. Yeah, tank leader. A lot of tags, man. Yeah, yeah. Good like protection, turn meter. Okay, another turn meter one. It seems like they've been in a bit of a turn meter kick. Youthful. Okay. Middle aged. Yeah, no, it's funny to think about them calling Chewie middle aged. I don't even know what middle age is for a Wookiee because they live a long time, don't they? It's been a while since I've. Mm. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Well, yeah, I know you've been like even in like the guild you go by Dadmiral. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, how? hmm Well, I know that's what I'm saying is I'm like we need to see like Chewbacca's son in the game. Like I feel like that's something that we're missing, and I know especially at this time of year I'm always thinking about the yeah about the holiday special. I feel like there's a lot of tunes they could take from that. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. All right. Moving on. Moving on. Oh, another kind of funny joke that they're throwing in there. I do. Yeah. Uh-huh. I do. I genuinely love it when they pull that kind of stuff. It's fun. I feel like Meathead has yeah a nice sense of humor. Okay. Oh, wow. They're really going into the jokes here. Contact the support team for 3 free shards. It's kind of fun. Leadership conquest. Oh wow, that's a little bit of a dig. I don't know. Community's in a yeah. Community morale is in a bit of a spot to be making digs like that. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Abilities, very retro. Turn meter removal. Taunts. Yeah, nothing too crazy. A lot of turn meter in these tunes here. Okay, Asajj Ventress. Uh-huh. Okay, so it looks like she could probably slot into a few teams too. Night Sister, Separatist, Unaligned Force User, like some Ufu. Yeah. Um, Flexible roles, yeah. It looks like they really are trying to kind of make her to fill a couple different gaps. Sith Assassins, Night Sister. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit thematic. Yeah, no, I agree. Clone Wars is absolutely worth the watch. If any of you haven't seen it already, I strongly recommend going in and checking that out. Yeah, No, it gets surprisingly dark at times, but it's good. Yeah, it kind of toes that line between being kind of lighthearted and mhm. Yeah, and her she has a great arc in that show and kind of beyond it. And I don't know how you feel about kind of how Filoni seems to struggle with yeah with letting go of some of the characters. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I used to be like kind of all in. Yeah, but it's tough too. Yeah, it is. Hmm. Yeah, no, I get you. Um, so who knows? I mean, there's a lot of room for even like a second Ventress character to come into the game down the line, I think. Okay. Yeah, so it seems like they kind of just, yeah. But it looks like they went pretty thematic on this, a lot of kind of thematic ties. And again, a nice simple kit. Okay, we got a little bit that are a little bigger. Turn meter again. Dude, that's crazy. They've been going all in on turn meter with these new tunes. Cooldown refresh. Yeah, it seems like she might. Well, I don't know. It's tough because she's kind of an all arounder. Like I was thinking, yeah, some of these seem a little glass cannon, but then she has the heal and things too, and like some of the control with the stun. Yeah, be interesting to see how she works out. Oh, she's got oh a couple Zetas and an Omicron. That's cool. Okay, so it looks like if she is leading, she is going to be leading on the Night Sisters. Wow, turn meter again. Turn meter. Turn meter removal. Yeah, like there's a lot of turn meter in these new kits. Uh, okay. Night Sisters. Okay, so it seems like yeah, she's leans pretty heavily towards the Night Sisters side, but she does have some flexibility and some options. So maybe if your Night Sisters aren't fully geared up, you can kind of put her with another team for the meantime. All right, Barris Offee, another character that I feel yeah. Hmm. I do like what they did. Yeah. Hmm. No, it was a good arc too. I was pretty impressed. Yeah, no, I remember it would have been I think back in like no, it was probably even before middle school. It was probably in like maybe like sixth grade, fifth grade. Yeah. No, I read the MedStar duology. I want to say there was only two, right? It's been a long time. Yeah, but that focused on um, kind of Luminara and Barris back in like the old continuity. Yeah, the old Clone Wars, like the pre Clone Wars, Clone Wars, that kind of continuity. I did think it was pretty interesting, but I do kind of like, hmm yeah, it's always tough kind of squaring away Legends slash EU with kind of the Disney canon. I feel like there's definitely some things that were done better in both. Yeah, yeah, but well, I really like that they kind of took Barriss in the Clone Wars and made her more of a foil. Yeah, more of a foil to Ahsoka because I feel like Ahsoka, like she definitely benefited. Yeah, benefited from that. Yeah, let's see how they kind of translate that into the game here. Okay, so it looks like they went for more of the healing side here, uh, preventing defeats. So yeah, very much that kind of MedStar characterization more so than some of the other ones here. Campaign. Yeah, yeah. So it seems like they went for more of like the classic old school, almost like a Legends kind of Barris. Kind of like, okay, keep an eye out for overpowered datacrons to unlock additional. Well, hey, I mean, we kind of missed the boat here, but she did actually get the overpowered datacron in this latest set. So yeah, no, I did actually. Let me switch back over. I did actually manage. Let me see if I can find it. to roll one of those this time. Okay. It's gonna be huge. I feel like it's gonna be big. But yeah, I got the Barriskron with the healer one, and then the protection. It's gonna be a massive pain on the raid team. Um, I actually did adjust. Yeah, no, I used the Lightspeed token from the store. I don't have her Zeta um, on here yet, but I mean Relic 5, not the best with the Relic Delta thing here. What does this do? That's probably worth it. I've been saving some of these for Jilisoka. I might throw this on here. Yeah, no, I missed the territory war lock-in of having her, so I'm running my other Ray team. But I definitely think before either the next GAC lock-in or before mhm, yeah. So I'm gonna try to save, but I might throw that on there. I might throw that on there. Let's see. Okay. Overpowered Datacrons. Yeah. Making her an essential addition to squads like bounty hunters or troopers? Dude, that's crazy. Have you ever run Barris on a bounty hunter team? Yeah, like that to me, yeah, like that's some old as some low level yeah. Huh. I don't know. I mean, CG works in mysterious ways. Okay. Okay, so there's it scales off of her max health. So yeah, probably should focus on like maybe take a look at the yeah, and get the higher the relics, that's gonna get hmm equal. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Huh. Wow. Yeah, so it looks like very much. Oh, that's for a leadership. I don't know if I would run her as a leadership too much. Yeah. hmm And there, yeah. Huh. Yeah, turn meter again. It's a common theme with these tunes. That's yeah, I'm noticing that too. hmm Yeah. Okay, here's the one that I think we're all excited for. Vader himself. Honestly, yeah, it's crazy. It just makes me wonder. Like they've waited. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, but no, they've waited this long. Yeah, it makes me wonder what they're gonna do. Yeah, because I mean, he's been in like so many iconic spots. I wonder what they're going to be referencing. Okay. Okay. Damage over time. Okay, I like damage over time. I feel like that's a call out and a reference to Lord Vader, the Galactic Legend. Yeah. Late fight executioner. Okay, so kind of very very similar to Lord Vader in that description. Merciless massacre. That sounds cool. Turn chaining. No, that sounds insane. Synergy with Empire, Sith, and Separatist. I mean, he doesn't have the Separatist tag. Um, yeah, I wonder what they're referencing there. That seems interesting. For instance, in Rogue One. Oh, and the original trilogy. So they are taking inspiration from both. Okay, Mastery of Force Choke. Yeah, dot heavy kit. I like that. Okay, Merciless Massacre. This is what we're looking for. Yeah. Oh, the hallway scene. They're giving him the hallway ability. Dude, that's gonna be sick. Okay, ability blocks extra turns. Yeah, he's gonna be crazy. Damage over time. Yeah, no, that's gonna be absolutely crazy. Oh, Elite Marquee event. Oh, so this guy, this isn't gonna be like the other marquees. He's gonna be big. Like the other one. Yeah, it was Great Mothers. Yeah. No, that's gonna it's gonna be cool. Let's look at these abilities actually. Oh, potency. So they're really leaning into like the dots. Terrifying swing. Even the basic sounds scary. 80% chance to inflict ability block. Okay, so they're leaning in again to the thematic things like Jedi's and Rebels. Oh, can't be. Okay, so he's got pretty strong synergy against those two. Force Crush. Man, it's so iconic. Can't be countered. That's nice. So yeah, it's just gonna be boom, like stack on everybody. Calling Blade attack deals more damage for. Oh, okay. So he's gonna be hitting him with this, applying a bunch of stuff, and then just yeah, from Return of the Jedi. That's actually my favorite. My favorite, yeah, of the original trilogy. Yeah. No, it's yeah. I feel like that's what a lot of people say, and yeah, yeah, that's fair. I mean, I know it's probably not objectively the best, but I feel like it's got yeah, it's just so much of the things that I enjoy. I feel like it takes kind of the best pieces from. Yeah, I mean, I like Empire, but I just feel like yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll give you that, but yeah. All right, let's not get too sidetracked here. Merciless Massacre. This is the one. Cooldown of 9. Dude, that's crazy. The Zeta. Okay, gain Merciless. Okay, so they're gonna explain Merciless. Okay. Take a bonus turn after this. All enemies gain Merciless Target, which can be evaded or resisted. When Vader uses an ability, Merciless Target is removed, and he takes a bonus turn if the target. Merciless. Okay. So basically, he gets to take a turn and like attack everybody, but like you can't double up. He just keeps getting bonus turns to attack each person individually. Dude, that's crazy. So plus offense, critical chance, but immune to dang. So he just goes like full crazy. Yeah, from Rogue One. Dude, that looks sick. hmm Yeah. No, no, I'm excited. Okay, and then another Zeta. Which ones have Zetas? So Zeta on that one. Let's see, Zeta on the leadership. So it looks like Empire and Sith. So they're just giving him the full synergy. He's not really having to choose. You can kind of mix and match. Oh, and there's more. A third Zeta. Yeah. No, that's crazy. Like a three Zeta character that's not even in the journey guide. Like they're just giving us this guy through the marquee. Yeah, they did say elite marquee, so I guess they're really leaning into that. I feel like they're making up for lost time. I mean, we've been without Vader in the game for so long. I mean, other than Lord Vader, but he's a GL. A lot of people don't have him. No, this is going to be crazy. Uh, yeah, the turn meter in here. So, okay, so Vader's immune to turn meters. So I see what they've done. They've gone through, they're releasing, yeah, all of these different characters with like turn meter manipulation. Then they drop the elite marquee, and he's immune to it. So yeah, that's kind of fun. So they kind of almost set him up to be like a boss character. Yeah, to kind of counteract some of these other ones. That's cool. Okay, so yeah, that's the marquee. So now we're into the journey guide characters, or character. Sorry. Yeah, yeah. I mean, explosive single target assassination. They've had a lot of these characters that are just like boom, 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 like get in there and hit them. messing with turn meter, based off of scaling abilities, using his own pain and fury. Dude, this guy's gonna be crazy. Um, okay, this version of Maul inspired by the post revival. Okay, yeah, Clone Wars again. Yeah, yeah. No, I mean it was crazy because he was like the spider kind of, yeah. And then yeah, the freaking worm guy. It was crazy. I wonder if they're gonna reference that in his journey guide missions. That'd be kind of cool. It seems like a lot of work for them to model like the spider legs and like animate it just for like one mission, but they've done some unique sort of things. Yeah, yeah, like when Luke has the bone instead of the lightsaber in the journey guide. They play around with it and they have some fun sometimes. I mean, we can hope. Oh, so they're kind of going towards his crime lord thing. So I'm betting they probably released this because there's supposed to be that Shadow Hunter show coming out at some point, right? Isn't that the next? Yeah. Well, how do you feel about this? Because I know you're big into like the Pirate King Hondo side of things. So how do you feel about like a second crime lord, like right after we get this Pirate King coming in? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Hmm. So iconic duel with Pre Vizsla, take over with Mandalore. Okay, so they are giving him. I forgot to look at the tags. Yeah, so we're getting Ufu, so he's not a Sith anymore, which makes sense. And they're leaning into the Mandalorian side. I'm surprised they didn't give him. Well, yeah, I don't think pirate would fit. You're right, but like maybe yeah, scoundrel. I was thinking, or something like that. I don't know, because it's not quite. I feel like we'd have to wait for the show. They might, yeah, they might add the tag back on. Because I feel like bounty hunter, not quite, because they're not quite. Yeah, they're not really like a bounty hunter. Maybe mercenary. I don't know where they're going with this, but we'll have to see. They might add a tag. They've done it in the past. I know like Django had some added tags at one point. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. My kettle's going. I was making some more coffee as we're going here. Yeah. uh, definitely have to. I mean, I know I referred to us recording this tonight, but no, it very much is early in the morning here for both. Yeah, well, I mean, it is earlier over where you're at. Um, yeah, being a time zone over. It's always tricky, especially with coordinating and getting this scheduled. I know. Okay, coffee is good. Um, okay, yeah. So they went into the kind of UFU tempo game. Okay, so it looks like here's where he is going to be. He's going to be a lifter for Lord Vader. So not only are we getting a new Vader, but it looks like they're trying to lift up the old Lord Vader. Yeah, because the current meta with Lord Vader having the dark side clones, it looks like they're trying to give him some other lifters to change up that team. That way, so you can move some of the dark side clone troopers over to a Tarkin team. So it looks like they're kind of splitting that up. They're giving away kind of all of Lord Vader's clones to Tarkin, and then it seems like this guy's going to be the first step towards building kind of the new meta team. Well, how do you feel about it? Yeah, yeah, it's tough. Well, I like the Dark Side clones too. I feel like it's kind of thematic. I know a couple of them. Yeah, they're not the clones that he had during Nightfall. Some of them. I figured they'd probably move him at some point. Yeah, it it does feel weird to have him and Maul on the same side. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let CG cook. Yeah. Well, let's. Oh, I still have Barris open from earlier. Speaking of letting CG cook, I mean, yeah, there's some things that uh yeah. No, I no, I used to watch that show a lot, like Worst Cooks in America. I think CG could definitely wind up on that show. I mean, rest in peace, Anne Burrell. Yeah, no, I was sad to hear about her passing. I don't know if they are going to continue the show or not, but yeah, not to bring the mood down. Sorry about that, but no, seriously, like it's been kind of a mess. The whole era leveling system for the units and things, like yeah, like it's slow going. It feels very bad. Like it feels like the progress is so slow. Because even on things where, yeah, like if I go in and look at this, where like objectively, like, yeah, like big number is getting bigger, but then I go over to like this side of things and I'm like, well, what is this? This is, yeah. Well, yeah, the first like 7 levels, it's all just the little materials, and those materials are worth like nothing. And like all of these materials are like a massive pain in the ass to get. Yeah. No, it definitely feels like a fumble. This whole thing, the little anniversary. It's frustrating to see that. Cause I was so hyped. hmm Yeah, I have no idea how they did that. And then even, I mean, yeah, my Coliseum doesn't reset for quite a while here. Um, yeah, no, I've been chipping away at it. Yeah, 96. I was so pissed. I was so close. Uh, yeah, no, I mean, I'm hoping like it is an incremental sort of thing. How have you been feeling about it? Oh yeah, the leaderboard. Let me go over because we're in the guild here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean you're beating me by a considerable amount, but not by much. I'm catching up. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to score a whole lot at this point on into that fourth phase. Yeah. Oh, congratulations on the Relic 9 on yeah, or not Relic 9, Relic 10. Dude, I got to get used to that. No, I know. Well, it's been so long. I mean, obviously not 10 whole years of the anniversary, but it's been a long time since we've had yeah, any mhm. Yeah. Man, you're really putting some work in here, man. No, seriously, like it's congratulations. I'm catching up though. I'm at like 13.5. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it's not really the kind of game where I think I'd probably ever catch you, but I can get close. Yeah. No, it's been a while since I've done a roster review. I would love to review your roster if you mhm. Dang. Yeah, you're getting down to kind of the last few tunes at the bottom here. Um that aren't relicked up. Yeah. Well, this is kind of more so where I wanted, yeah, to end things, and I feel, yeah, yeah, it mirrors my experience with it too. Where yeah, like we start with the excited, hyped up, reflect back on the past, look at all these cool new kits, and then yeah, being able to talk talk about some of the things that are a little rougher. Um, and I mean, I know we were going to also kind of speculate a little in the future. You know, the first thing that we were going to follow up on is plans for the first Relic 10. And yeah, back before, yeah, when we were originally gonna record this, yeah, it was before Relic 10 was officially in the game. But I see you've already jumped in on Pirate King Hondo, which I think makes sense. That's I think very much a fitting spot for the roster. Yeah, no, I haven't applied mine yet. Um, where's the thing? No, I've been saving it. Agnards keeps trying to peer pressure me into putting it on Greedo. But right now I'm working on getting Tano. Yeah, no, I'm actually getting pretty close. Speaking of sidetrack, but I'm down to my last three. Hu Yang, I have some shards, which they're giving out like here and there some shards for him. Yeah, it's in the episode. Uh, yeah, episode store. I always there's too many freaking stores. Yeah, that's one thing that no, I was reflecting back as sometimes, yeah, the simplicity of 10 years ago, which I thought it was, yeah. Yeah, it was complicated 10 years ago and they've just oh, it's gotten crazy. Hmm. Oh, it feels like it sometimes. We're not quite to that point yet. Yeah, in the next 10 years. Oh, which yeah, it just popped out to me. I was going to talk about the Relic Delta and the Relic 10 thing. I mean, I know for so long, yeah, and the fireside chats have been talking back and forth with Egnards and rambling into the distance about like Relic Delta. And my point of view for the longest time was, yeah, give us Relic Delta as an alternative to Relic 10. And yeah, I just noticed. I'm like, it's the 10-year anniversary. It's the Relic 10. I didn't even really think of that. I mean, I guess it's a fitting time to yeah. No, I mean I feel so dumb in retrospect for not catching that. Yeah. Hmm. No, I mean it's pretty cool. But yeah, back to this. I mean, I'm working on it. I've gone to Fulcrum needs to go 7 to 9, Plo Koon 5 to 8, Huyang 4 to 7, and I need some shards on him. So I'm thinking I might just go for Plo Koon first, save up some of the R9 mats, knock Plo Koon out, um, shard farm mostly on Huyang, and then once Plo Koon's done, get Fulcrum done, and then wrap Huyang up blast. Yeah, no, it's crazy to me. Well, yeah, speaking of kind of memory lane, my first GL was actually I went on the Mr. Maclunkey account. I was one of those triangle sort of farms where I'm like, okay, let's get Luke, let's get Jabba, and let's get Executor. And that was actually like that triangle, and I was going for a long time off of that, and that was kind of my big trio. Um, and then from there, I was actually planning to extend into Leia, because by the time I was looking to get a third GL, Leia was like just releasing. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna farm Leia, because I mean she locks in so well. If you think like Leia, Jabba, JML, Executor, and even Profundity, kind of tying a little bit more in with Leia's things. I was like, oh wow, we're gonna turn this kind of like triangle into a bit of a pentagram here by adding kind of Leia and yeah, and Profundity. Hmm. Well, yeah, it was around that time too, and then the original Lightspeed bundles came out. So I ended up, as I was farming Leia, it tacked on Kylo and Rey. So I was working on Leia, and I actually just the way things worked out, like Kylo, I ended up finishing Kylo first, then Leia, and then shortly after Leia was going into Rey, and so that even delayed the Executor a little bit, or not Executor, the yeah, Profundity. Thank you. Um, yeah, no, it's kind of crazy, like going into that, and that was like a pretty big explosion around the time I was already in that competitive mindset, and that really helped my roster get into a more competitive place. And then from there, got Kenobi, got Lord Vader, got Kenobi C, and then Lord Vader, I think. Um, Pirate King Hondo was part of Egnard's raid push. Yeah. No, I mean I know you've been kind of the one of the champions of that raid push. Hmm. Yeah. No, it's impressive, man. Hmm. I'm working on it. I'll join you. I'll join you all up at the top. Well, eventually. I mean, I wouldn't say necessarily shortly. Yeah. Well, I mean, Pirate King. Yeah. Well, when I got him up, that was yeah pretty substantial. Hmm. Yeah. No, he definitely seems like your Jabba. Like when I got Jabba, I was like, okay, cool. This gives me like my bounty hunters and like the Smuggler Run 2. Like it was a huge thing. Yeah, the Smugglers Run 3, like with Hondo for you. I mean, that's got to be like your Christmas before Christmas. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, I put her off for so long 'cause she didn't have that event, and well, now, yeah, they've gone back and given that. So, I mean, yeah. Hmm. No, I mean, I'm excited. It'll be neat. I feel like this will be, um, yeah, the first time I think I've had like all of them locked in at this point, which will be cool. Up until later next year, yeah, when they give us Thrawn. Well, I mean, I'm thinking it's got to be Thrawn. Because that it'll kind of line up with the yeah the season two. Yeah, well, and I think they follow that pattern like light, dark, dark, light, light, dark, dark, light, light, dark, dark, and then light. Yeah. Well, I know. Yeah, a lot of people were thinking it'd be Thrawn immediately after Ahsoka, but no, I think they were saving it. Like Ahsoka was going to be okay. Season one Ahsoka, we've got that, and then when season two comes out, they were kind of delaying it a little and buying some time. Then we're going to get the Thrawn. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. And I know, I mean, I've made my thoughts on Relic Delta pretty clear. How have you been interacting with the system? No, I agree. I feel like yeah, there's some. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, no, no, definitely some places where I notice it more than others. So I think we pretty much covered like this update, kind of the good, bad, and yeah, the ugly. And it's definitely yeah, some more ugly than I was expecting. I mean, on the good side though too, I think we didn't really mention all the hmm yeah, all the assault battle stuff, all the freebies. I feel like they finally went back to giving us a lot of the freebies, which granted probably just because it's 10 year. Yeah, I'm not necessarily expecting a whole lot. Yeah, from the 11th anniversary freebies. I mean, we'll see. It was a big milestone. Um, no, it definitely helped. Not just with getting like the last, like not only unlocking Pirate King, but getting the tunes up. Yeah, and then pushing that momentum into Tano. Oh, so much of that material. It made it so much easier. Well, and then Relic 9, making that a little bit easier. That that definitely saved. I've got a lot of the white signal data. Yeah, it's starting to pile up, but I think that's kind of one of the thoughts is yeah, pile that up and then roll it into R10 mats. Hmm. Oh yeah, I mean this whole tangent we were originally talking about my Relic 10 tune, and yeah, Egnards has been pure pressuring me into Greedo, and yeah, Egg. I think once I've got Tano unlocked, I'll start pushing Greedo up and then get him up into that R10 spot just for you, buddy. Uh huh. Well, yeah, I mean, assuming. Well, if he does sue, I mean, I'm not monetized, so a copyright strike. I mean, it's not gonna break the bank there. But I mean, if I get sued, it's gonna ruin my chances of getting him up. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and I did want to end this on kind of a note of like looking forward. So I know, yeah, I don't know if you got a chance to see. I woke up early and when I was getting OBS and stuff set up for the recording, I was watching a little bit of YouTube. But Arnold had that video that he posted about the SWGoH dev. Yeah, they're 37 years they're hoping to get out of this game, which is kind of crazy to me. Uh, yeah, see. Yeah, I think it's just a BS sort of number. Uh, yeah, but I mean, my original thought, it just popped into my head because I was watching it like literally right before we started recording here. Uh, yeah, I wanted to ask, like, what's your dream tune that's not in the game? So I'm thinking like by the time we get to anniversary 20, which assuming they're saying anniversary 37, they believe in it, which is crazy. I mean, that's older than I am. Hmm. Crazy to think it. Uh, yeah, no, I know. But I'm just thinking by the time we get to anniversary 20 or maybe anniversary 15, what's your dream tune? What do you want added into the game? Hmm. Oh, that would be sick, man. Really? Yeah. Hmm. No, I can see that. That'd be kind of a cool synergy. You'd need, yeah. Uh-huh. Because you'd need kind of, yeah. Who would you want to see on the team though? Like, are you thinking more like incorporating a couple existing characters and then some new marquees? You thinking reworks? You thinking just a full new team? Like, what are you? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. No, that that'd be cool. Um, no, I was thinking. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, like that's a whole other thing. I mean, like, holiday special. I would love to see a lot of tunes from the holiday special. Give me a whole holiday special era, but that's kind of more of the joke answer. My actually, I'd love to see the Exile. I want to see Mitra as yeah. Here, let me go over to Old Republic real quick. I feel like again, it's been a long time since we gotten some Old Republic love. Um, and I feel like a lot of it has been very Revan focused, and even she Ufu or Sith. I always forget. I think Ufu. Yeah, Visas, light side Visas. Yeah, I would want to see the Exile come to the game again. Like I said, my favorite character, and I mean, obviously, I'm biased with my favorite character. I want to see her as like a GL because we've gotten some of the villains for her side. But I want to see a Galactic Legend Mitra. I want to see GL Mitra. I want to see like a Conquest Lifter in like a light side Kreia. And then probably like Atten Beodur. I feel like we've got a lot of room to really flesh that kind of team out. I think it'd be cool. But yeah, I think we are pretty much at time here, give or take. I feel like yeah, similar sort of standard to eggs. Aim for an hour long and wind up a little bit closer to 90 minutes. But I think I mean at least so far, depending on how long we stretch this. Yeah. Uh huh. Well, yeah. I mean, depending on how how long we stretch it out, we could maybe hit that 90-minute mark. But I think we're gonna be a little bit more brief than they managed to be. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like we'll definitely have to find some time. I mean, I know Agnard's aims, they're pretty consistent every other week, getting one of these out. I know we probably won't be able to maintain that pace. Um, yeah, I'm anticipating probably something a little bit closer to maybe once a month. I know this was originally meant to be the November episode, and it's been pushed into December here. Um, but I think we can definitely regroup in January, get something scheduled and recorded. Hmm. Yeah, no, I think it's going to be neat. Um, I'm excited. I mean, we've been wanting to do this for so long, and I mean, there's been scheduling difficulties and hiccups, and it's been tough to get this on the board. But I'm glad we were able to sign on and record something today, and um, I feel like we'll definitely be able to jump in and carry this forward. And yeah, No, it was definitely nice. Like it was a pleasure talking with you today. Thank you, thank you so much for guest starring in a video. Yeah, no, absolutely. Thank you, thank you. Uh, no, I feel like we'll have to kind of yeah, no, I feel like we've got a good rapport set up, and I know we kind of had a lot of kits to go through. Yeah, I mean, was it 6 or 7 kit reveals? It's crazy, back to back to back. But I feel like yeah, no, I feel like we'll have some more room to kind of let things be a little bit more mellow. We've got a good rapport kind of established. I feel like we can have a little more room for banter in the next one. Yeah. All right. Again, thank you so much to Stratos. I really appreciate you being here. And the rest of you, stay tuned for the January episode. Later.